Hey guys, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to head off in that direction or whatever direction you choose and just free roam the island at your leisure. First thing we're going to want to do is run over to this ammo crate, grab the marksman rifle that's in it. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to use the iron sights on this carbine. Just wait on my guys to get in. So you want to head up here to the first AT area, dropping your mortars on these guys. Yeah, kill these guys and then move on from there. Alright, so I just finished killing the AT gunners with the mortars just back there, and I just moved up a little ways and I'm at this oil refinery now. So for it, you're going to want to head in here and knock out all of the targets that are in this area. Kill everybody that's in and around the oil refinery. You don't want to head off in a long direction off straight from the path. You just want to kill everybody in and around here. Knock these guys out. Kill the guys that are all around this fenced in area, and all the guys that are up around that flag there. Alright, so I'm just moving up here. We just finished clearing out the general area here, and I'm heading up to this flag. You want to head up here. There's going to be a checkpoint you're going to grab, and that's a checkpoint that you're going to want in case you, when you're free roaming, flip your vehicle or something. This is where you'll be starting from. Speaking of vehicles, one thing I should mention is at the start of that compound over there, you should have your Humvee parked roughly there. You don't want to be running this whole distance because you're just going to have to run all the way back to your Humvee. Now, up on this hill here, you should see a flag and you should see a direction telling you up ahead a second objective to destroy the AI threat. You want to kill these three guys. There should be three of them, and they're coming down the hill here. Knock these guys out. And as soon as you've done that, basically, the second you kill those guys, just turn around and head right back to your Humvee and jump in it. Now, at this point, ideally, if you didn't drive your Jeep, your Humvee to this location, the nice thing is that your AI teammates, well, the other Dagger squad, they drove the Humvee right up there. I'm going to have to repair it. But in the meantime, one thing, speaking of the Humvee, you likely, when you're just out free roaming, just rolling around, likely you're not going to want to use the Humvee. There's actually a Chinese Jeep we're going to pass by, and I'm going to jump in it. There's a Chinese Jeep right nearby you would have driven by now. And you just want that. It's just superior. It's a lot faster. It climbs hills a lot better, turns a lot better. It's just much better handling. And that's just up here. At this point in time, on your map, you should be able to go over here and you should see the 4 of your tanks. Well, 3 on my screen. Usually there's 4. But all of your tanks should just be sitting in this position, and they're not going to move anywhere. They're basically, the game's telling them, hey, stay here until this guy gets up here and knocks out these AT teams. And that makes sense. But you're not going to knock out the AT teams. You're just going to skip that and leave them, let the tanks just sit there. So while the tanks are just hanging out, your teammates are just chilling here about to knock those guys out. At this point in time, you should be on your way to move. Speaking of that Chinese Jeep, I'll bring on my map again here. It is right, if you want to look at your tanks, follow that. It's right, this is where the compound starts. And right over here, that's where you'll find that Chinese Jeep. It's right before those buildings. And I don't know, it's up to you whether you grab it or not. I always grab it. It's just a lot better for exploring. Now for this next part, I cannot guarantee that it will work on the very first try. It usually takes me 2 or 3 tries before it actually works. Chances are your best bet is to basically head in the opposite direction. You want to get as far away from that battle as you can, and that's just easiest way to do it. When you bring up your map, it might take a few tries, but bring up your map every once in a while, and after a little while, usually it's after you get past these hills and you're almost at the quarry, which is right up here. Quarry is right about there. So right before you get to the quarry, usually it's either going to tell you that your tanks are all blown up and you failed the mission. You need to, and in which case you just reload your checkpoint, jump in your Jeep, and do it again. You don't need to worry about doing it all over again or anything. It's either going to do that or it's just simply not going to say anything. And in that case, you did get far enough away from the tanks that didn't register that for you. And so your tanks, when you bring this map up, boom, look at that, they're gone. 3 little X's on the tanks because they're all dead. So you got no tanks left. And at this point, just due to the way the game was coded, at this exact precise checkpoint, there's no barriers around here, so you're free to go everywhere you want. Your tanks that were there, they're blown up, and it didn't take away from your mission. So basically, yeah, you're free to roll. I mean, coming across the quarry right now, you can look over here, the volcano. You can see right in the distance there. Nice thing about this mission is you start right near the volcano, so first thing you could probably do. And I've got another video uploaded of me doing a few things with the volcano in case you can't wait, but that's basically the tutorial. It shouldn't take you too many tries to get it done, and once you do, well, have fun exploring.